All right. Hey, everyone. It is Dakisha Williams, your webinar strategist, and I am here to walk you through the elements of a profitable presentation. I have not taught this in a very long time, so I am excited to be here with you to share this information. And regardless of what platform you are on, please don't hesitate to comment in the chat and let me know where you're tuning in from. Um, I will be inviting you to our masterclass that we do. It's about monetizing webinars and workshops. All right. So let's go ahead and let's get into it. So, when I am talking about developing your signature presentation, I always start with the end in mind. Truth be told, over the last 6 to 8 months, I have reverse engineered um, how we develop an actual presentation. And so we always start from the problem that you solve. All right. And so, in order to build a profitable webinar presentation, we need to know what is it that you offer? Like, what's the problem that you solve for your audience? All right. And so, all right, now that we have that out, and I would love for you to drop in the comments, even if you're watching the replay. Drop in the comments what offer do you solve for your clients, okay? And that way, I would love to connect with you once this is over, once I'm finished the training. All right. So I'm just making sure that. Can you comment yes in the chat if you can hear me loud and clear? I do see me. All right. Hey, girl. All right. So we're gonna walk through. I was like, oh, this is good. I need to teach this. We taught this in a while. Um, so hopefully you guys can hear me loud and clear. All right. So my check. So we're gonna start from part one. Now, like I said, typically when I'm helping my clients, we start with the end in mind. So this is gonna be a 10, 20, 40, 50, 60. So from a 60 to 90 minute, I'm adding the times at the top. So this can go from anywhere from 60 to 90-minute presentation. All right. Now, in the beginning, so part one, you want to make sure that you have a powerful title. I fight with people all the time because they want to have like this cute title that says nothing to the person that wants to register for your presentation. And I'll give you a perfect example. When we did a workshop all of last year, the name of the workshop was 10K Workshop. And it was okay. I've sold it before, but it really did not align with my audience. And so as soon as we turn the title into how to enroll more clients in your signature program, that bad boy took off. You hear me? Like, our ad was pumping, people were registering. And so it's all about the title. All right, and then um once you have your title, the next thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that you let people know what the expectation is going to be. So by the end of the next 60 to 90 minutes, you are going to be able to walk away with 1, 2, and 3. All right. And this next piece is actually kind of funny. Because I've been communicating with contacts on LinkedIn. And a young lady said to me, she was like, "Are you going to talk about yourself for like 30 minutes?" I was like, "No, I'm not going to talk about myself, but I am going to establish credibility with you. I am going to explain to you what makes me qualified to teach you about webinars." Hello? But I just thought it was interesting. She's like, so I guess she's used to, people coming into different platforms and they're talking about themselves for a very long time. So that's not what I'm here for. And please, by all means, take a screenshot if you like, and save this for you. But make sure you like get my good side. No, just playing. All right. So your expectation with the 3 takeaways, we talked about that. And then you want to make sure that you build rapport and credibility. And so I always take people through my journey. Number one, it helps with people to determine whether or not they are aligned with me, truth be told. Because some people I might not resonate with, and they're like, you know what, she too straightforward. I don't have time for all that stuff she's talking about. And then you have some people's like, oh, I love your energy. I love your personality. Can't wait to work with you. And that all comes from me telling my story, me building rapport, and me building the credibility. All right. So now that we've done that piece, and sometimes it takes about 10 to 15 minutes. I can get a little lengthy with my story, but I've been in business for 15 years. So, people want to know, Dakisha, how did you get started using webinars in your business? So I'm here to tell you. All right. And 15 years later, we're still here. We're still standing. All right. So part 2 addresses objections very, very early. And so a lot of times there's misconceptions. Like even now, there's misconceptions about whether or not webinars work. There's misconceptions about what industries webinars are useful for or most beneficial for. So I talk about those. I nip that right in the bud at the beginning. And then there's a whole slide that I talk about it too, where people are interested, not interested, and things like that. A lot of the misconceptions can be validated with statistics and testimonials. That's why you see them in the presentation. And so some people use case studies, testimonials. So they're in there for a reason. It's not just because they want to brag on their clients. They want you to know that what they're getting ready to teach you, it's worked for others and themselves. All right. So that is kind of it's still a part of part 1, but we'll call it part 2, right? Where you're going to address the objections. And then number 3 is the content. I think it's one of the most important, but all of it's important, y'all. So part 3 is where you're going to deliver your content. And so usually I teach my people to have a framework. So one of the things that we teach is the CORE method. And that's in our presentation where we talk about using AI with webinars. We use the CORE method. I've had clients that use the data framework. What was Dr. Anissa's? I think it was the voice. I think she did the voice framework. Anyway, we like to use frameworks because people can remember them. Or you can tell stories as well. Stories wrapped in a lesson is memorable as well. And so the core element of your presentation is going to be anywhere from 3 to 5, key frameworks or key topics that you're going to talk about. And this is probably where you're going to spend the second most the minutes. I can't get it out. This is where you're going to spend the second area and most of your time in. There you go. So this is the second area where you're going to spend most of your time. And this is part 3. All right. And the reason is because this is the content portion of your presentation. And so it's going to take you anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes, sometimes 30 minutes to deliver. Again, I get a little lengthy because I like to educate my people. So most of the times mine end up being about 75 minutes to 90 minutes. And I'm cool with that. And I have yet to have people that kind of fall off unless they have something that want to do. So again, if you're just, kind of joining in, let me know what type of business do you have and what problem do you solve in your business if you're a business owner. If you're just hanging out with me, hey. All right, so that's part 3. And we like to use visuals. So see here, I've even got myself down in the corner and I have my visual here because I promise you, I have a feeling that this video will get way more reach than any some of the most recent videos. Why? Because it has a visual attached to it along with the instruction. Hey, Weedy. All right. And so your audience retain 80% more information when there's a visual. So that's why you see a lot of people will send out like worksheets prior to their presentation. They send out workbooks and things like that. And a lot of people are like, oh, can I get a copy of your webinar slides? Yeah, sure. Help yourself. If that's going to help you retain the information, absolutely. All right. So now, as we wrap it up, and we're going to move to part 4. This is where everyone cringes. And this is where you're supposed to rise and shine, my friends. All right, so this is the close and the CTA. And so this is where you are supposed to invite others to work with you. A lot of people don't ever get to this place. They're either afraid that no one's going to take action. They are afraid that they're not good enough. So we present our offer stack, and this is how can you work with Dakisha? And I'm going to spend a good 20 to 30 minutes there alone, just talking about the opportunity to work with Dakisha. We do want to create a sense of urgency with bonuses. I love a good paid in full bonus. I love a good fast action bonus. And some people think that it is it's like a sales scheme or there's false scarcity. No, in all actuality, one of the things that I do on my most recent webinar is I gave everybody a coupon code. That coupon code expired at midnight. So that price was really good for the duration of the day that we had the webinar presentation. And I did that because when I tell you that there is the price changes at a specific time, I want to be genuine when I say that. I want to know without a shadow of doubt that at midnight, that price is going to change. So it's not, I know I can sleep at night because it's not false scarcity. It's real. The price changes. The price is going to be different at midnight. And so we do that with a coupon code that we give out only on the presentation. So only during our webinar presentation do we give out the coupon code. So that's how I create scarcity or urgency in our webinar presentation. And then let's see what else we got. Fast. Oh, one of the things that we also do now that's not listed in this image is a stay to the end bonus. I do that a lot. So I give away AI prompts on my webinars when people stay to the end. And then last but not least, when I extend the invitation for people to work with us, and then we go through the offer stack and we invite them to be a part of our program, and then I open it up for Q&A. And I'm going to give you kind of a cheat sheet on how you can do Q&A, especially if you're just getting started out and doing these type of presentations. Anybody just getting started out and doing these presentations, type me in the chat. Or if you want to see more, see yourself doing more, type more in the chat. All right. So kudos to you. Congratulations to you. Can't wait to connect with you. All right. Last but not least, I always open for a Q&A session. Sometimes I bring questions to the table. And well, what do you mean, Keisha? I bring my questions that I know that they're going to ask. Is it recorded? Is it live? Is it hybrid? Is it virtual? Is there, a payment plan? Like those questions I try to come prepared with because a lot of people are going to ask. And so if someone doesn't have a question immediately, I will then make sure that I go ahead and just answer the frequently asked questions. And most of the times you'll find these questions on your sales page as well. So again, the anatomy of a profitable webinar presentation. If you want to join us as we talk about how to actually monetize these. Now you can put it together and now you want to monetize it. So this is for those that you put your presentation together, or you may have done a few and you're not getting the numbers that you want. You're not enrolling clients into your signature program the way that you know that you should. And so this is your invitation to join us for our upcoming masterclass. And it is it's sellyoursignatureoffer.com/monetize. So sellyoursignatureoffer.com/monetize. Go ahead and register. There's also a client enrollment kit that you can get as well to expedite and gives you templates and visuals and things like that to help you start enrolling clients into your signature offer. All right, so that's it for the day. My name is Dakisha Williams, your business strategist and webinar strategist. Be passionate, be purposeful, but more importantly, be profitable. I'll see you guys next time.